is Ratidzo Mfanechiya. I'm the Territorial President of Chitungwiza Territories, Zciea Zimbabwe Chamber of Informal Economy Association. I just want to share with you the effects of the lockdown and the coronavirus to our members in Chitungwiza. First and foremost, people didn't know that during the lockdown they will face so many challenges. One thing that is mostly affecting our members is that most of our members are working on day-to-day basis and their food is coming from hand to mouth. Meaning one can go at a working space, sell wares or his wares, then come back with a cup of rice or sugar to feed his family. But right now, because of the lockdown, we are facing so many challenges because most of us are failing to put food on the table for their families. And most of our members are paying rentals to their landlords. They are also failing to pay rentals to their landlords. And we see some of them being evicted from their residential places. And the effects are that even basic commodities prices are being hiked by those who are selling them. People are not allowed to move from one area to another. In Chitungwiza, we've got shops in Makoni area, and people are not allowed to move around to go there and buy their wares. So we have got marketplaces which were designated to operate during the lockdown. But at these marketplaces, you can see people, in their numbers coming to buy foodstuffs there. And these foodstuffs are being sold in US dollars. And most people cannot afford to buy those foods. So our challenge is, yes, we are in the lockdown. We are trying to curb the coronavirus. But what will happen to someone who is operating in the informal economy and has been locked down for 21 days, and there's an addition of 2 weeks more, meaning that it's a month and a half for someone in the lockdown without anything to food. No assistance is being given to our members by the government or anyone else. So people are being forced to go out and look for food for their families. Social distance is not being observed even if you go to our marketplaces, because people are hungry. And you find that there are so many GBs cases being reported because people are not used to be together for 24 hours, just for the 24 hours together in the house, and in the house without food, and children crying for food. So right now we are facing another challenge as well, because people are under lockdown, but the municipal police of Chitungwiza is spreading information that every marketplace in Chitungwiza must be removed. People are being forced to remove their stores at Jambanja Shopping Center, Zciea 2 Shopping Center, Makoni Shopping Center, Jambanja Shopping Center. All our marketplaces are said to be going to be demolished by the local authorities. And these warnings were not written, they were not formally disseminated, the information was not formally disseminated. They were just going around, telling people to remove their stores. Our challenge now is what will happen to those people who were expecting that after the lockdown they were going to go back to work and work for their families. There will be no workspace, and somebody is already suffering because doesn't have anything by now and is struggling to feed his or her children. As for Jambanja Market, on Monday, our town manager just came in with 2 municipal police officers. He came around 1 o'clock, and yet the market at Jambanja is being closed at about 8 a.m. He came at the borehole and saw the women who were fetching water there. Those people they saw, they were not the workers at Jambanja, but they just give the warning to those people, just saying, these people, Jambanja, get out of this place, remove your wares, we are coming to demolish with the graders the marketplace. This marketplace, we were granted, an order by the High Court that we should operate it in Jambanja freely without interference from the police or the municipal police. Hence, they are saying we should move out of Jambanja. And it is becoming so difficult to say, but then they said before that Jambanja was designated to operate during this lockdown so that people can find food. how come now they are saying that people should evacuate from Jambanja and go home? And who is going to remove those structures? Because most of the workers at Jambanja are not here. Most of the people, when they say they heard that we are going to be locked down for 21 days, some people traveled even to their rural areas or somewhere else that they cannot even travel back to take away their things. So we are witnessing so many, things being stolen at Jambanja because the owner of some stores are not there, and the thieves are just taking advantage and vandalize and steal things from the informal economy workers who are not around. Yes, for yesterday, a day before yesterday, we went to see the executive of the local authority to get a more understanding of the process, how and why are they evicting people whilst we are under lockdown. So we managed to go to the town council. There was no one there to clarify these issues with us, and we ended up going to the police. When we arrived at the police, we saw the officer in charge at Makoni police station. The officer in charge said he doesn't even know anything about the operation. We managed even to see the dispatch for Chitungwiza, and he said the same thing, that he doesn't even know of a directive that people at Jambanja or people at any market in Chitungwiza are supposed to remove their wells or their market stores are going to be demolished. So yesterday we sat down as a committee and other members at Jambanja trying to map a way forward to see how we can stop, the demolition of the structures at Jambanja. The process that we took is first and foremost we went to our DO, department officer in Seke South, who is responsible for our area. We wanted to have a clarity of the operations before we do anything. And most of the workers at Jambanja had already started removing their stores. So when we arrived at the provincial department, the town manager was not there. So we went to the head office. At the head office, we were told that all the executives were not there. They were in the field, warning everyone in the marketplaces that they should demolish on their structures. So we had to go back to Jambanja because we heard that they were at Jambanja, giving those orders to the people that they should remove their ways. So when we got to Jambanja, we didn't see them, and we came back at the head office here in Zengeza too. At first we managed to see our manager, who we didn't see in Seke South. We tried to ask him, but he couldn't give us a straight answer. He was just saying, it's not my order, I was given an order from the above. But then we asked, who is the above? Because we wanted to see the above. What's it? Jambanja, we've got a court order, and we've got the documents that approves us to work there. So he directed us to the housing director. The housing director was not very cooperative, and we asked him, we just wanted to see the rightful person who can give us some answers on the operations. Then he ended up directing us to our town clerk, and we saw the town clerk. The town clerk just told us that this was a directive from the government's office that all marketplaces must be renovated. And we asked him why. Because if a thing is being renovated, it means that there's a structure which is in shambles and which needs renovation. It's not a renovation, but we are evicting each other from our workspaces, and the government is taking advantage because people are under lockdown, and they find this time to remove the informal workers from the streets and from their marketplaces. So this and that, and we are working under the CESA lines, and we even tried to listen with me and give him shed more light on the information that we have, because the town clerk is new and he don't even have any information about Jambanja. He doesn't even know anything about our court order and the like. So he asked us at the end of the day that we should write a letter to him, trying to put all what our challenges together and what we want him to assist us with. So this morning we wrote the letter and we addressed it to him, and we went back to the council, but he wasn't there because yesterday he was saying he was going to attend another meeting. So we left our letters there. But the challenge that we are seeing is that in these offices of the municipal police, should I say the local authorities, there is nothing like handover, takeover. If you submit your letters to one person who is an officer there, when he left the job, he is not giving that information to the others his successors. So at the end of the day, we will continue, submitting our letters, continue submitting our documents to these guys. Because so far so good, the town clerk doesn't even know about the court order. He doesn't even know that people at Jambanja were paying rates. He doesn't even know that the town clerk who was there before in 2010 had given us a letter to allow us to operate. Our worry now is what will happen after the lockdown. Not only for the people that are operating at some marketplaces, even the cross borders as well, they are being affected. Which country will just allow a person to come or go into their countries and buy things for reselling? Our lives are being in shambles, and our government seems not to know what is happening on the ground. So there are so many things that will affect, and we will see more poverty. Right now, we're even seeing more thieves, stealing from people. We are seeing more GBVs against women, against children, because people are frustrated. If you are a father, you are in a home and you can't even provide food on the table, your kids will be like to you, it will be troublesome to you, but they are not troublesome. What they just want is food. So there are so many challenges. We wish that our government will recognize this. Even if you say people there are some mini meals which are being sold at cheaper prices. Most of the people right now in the formal economy cannot even afford to buy 10 kgs of meal. And if you know somebody, so many people are coming, I'm failing to put something on the table, can you assist me? Most of the people are running around to their relatives and friends looking for somebody to assist them. So it's a serious state the way we are living right now. Thank you.